Hi, this is Roger with Alice Quality Shower Doors. This time we want to show you how to take the measurements for a frameless shower doors in case you need to provide the measurements so that we could please actually cut the glass and ship the unit to you guys. This is a very popular layout on a shower door. You obviously have the three walls and the glass is just going to cover one of the sides, the front, basically. We're going to use levels and we're going to use measuring tape to figure out how we need to take the exact measurements. If you come here, I'm going to make a drawing just to get an idea. Let's say you're going to have one swinging door that has 2 hinges with a handle, and then we're just going to have a fixed panel that we could use to hold it, either U-channels or clamps. That's something that has to be discussed with every customer. So we have the opening. Now what we're going to start doing is checking with the levels the walls. If you notice, we have different lengths on the levels. That's because it depends on the shape of the shower that you have. If you have half walls, you don't want to use a really long level for a short wall. So you want to try to use a level that is proportional to the height and length of the walls of the surface that you're measuring. So we're going to do the 2 sides first. We're going to do the bottom. Those are the 3 sides that we need to check the levels, and then we're going to use the tape to take the measurements. And I'll show you in paper how we're going to write it up. So first thing we want to do is lay it flat. It will be ideal if the walls, if the tile of the wall it's making contact with the level from top to bottom. That will be really nice. But sometimes you're going to find out that you either have a border somewhere here that sticks out and it will be more difficult to measure. But let's say you just have flat tile. So we lay it flat. We check obviously the bubble to see if it's reading, if it's plumb or not. So I just don't want to cover up with my head the bubble. Right now we can tell that if it's not plumb. So we need to find out how much we need to move the level from the wall to make it plumb. It's going to be about a 1/4 inch. We have some plastic shims that we use when we come to take the measurements ourselves that just makes the job easier to find out how big is the gap. They're color coded for us. But what you could do is just find objects that you could tell the thickness of them, so you could put them in between the level and the wall, and it will make it easier for you to read how off is the wall. In this case, it's a 1/4 inch that we need to put on the paper. So let's go back to this page. I'm just going to bring it closer so we don't go back and forth. Just put this here. And then on the drawing that we have, let's say the panel is going to go on that side. We're going to just write down that this glass is going to be wider on the top 1/4 inch compared to the bottom. That was the first lecture that we just checked. Let's go on this other side. This one seems to be plumb, actually, which is not very common. That just makes things easier. This is completely level. It is making contact from top to bottom, which is a good thing. I'm just gonna give you a brief description of what could happen if you have something like this. Say it's the same shower, but then the wall for some reason has a different shape. It's not completely square. Just grab a level here. Say when we put a level, we find out that the level is not making contact on the top and bottom, but it is making contact in the center. So that means that you have some room to play with a level like this on a wall. If that's the case, you gotta make a drawing similar to what I just did, because we're not gonna have just one straight cut, but maybe 2, depending on the levels, and just with a shorter level to have a more accurate measurement. You just figure out the gap that you have, write it down if it's 1/8 of an inch, 3/16, and we could cut the glass like that as well for you guys to give it a nice fit. So we have the two sides. We're going to do the bottom really quick, which is usually very simple because it's one piece. Most of the times it is written one. It's level across, so that makes it easier. We're just going to put a line here to remove it. We're gonna check the width and the height. Actually, before I forget about the levels, one thing you want to make sure is that the pitch of the step, it's written, the bubble is written the same way we have it now, which means that it's tilted towards the inside of the shower floor. So when the water runs down from the glass, it's gonna run into your shower instead of creating water leaks, because it will get out. So that's like one thing you want to make sure it's tilted the right way. So we have all the levels for this unit, which is very simple. We're going to check the width. You want to be as accurate as possible, because if you measure too small, then you're going to have big gaps. If you measure too big, your glass won't fit. And it's tempered glass. If you can zoom in, you should see that this is rated 58 3/4. You don't have to worry about how much clearance for the door and the panel and the hinges, because that's something we will discuss. We do take care of the deductions, obviously, for the hardware. And then the height, that varies. We do have some standard heights for walk-in showers, 72, 76, 78, and 80. So you just provide how high you want to go, and we will take it from there. This is Al's Quality again, Al's Quality Shower Doors. Our website is alsquality.com. You could find us on Facebook, and give us a call if you have any questions. 561-353-0374. Thank you.